welcome to What's for Dinner, the crazy online cooking show where I show you how to get a meal on the table. Today is Thanksgiving and we have lobster. We are doing lobster macaroni and cheese. So I bought 4 lobster tails, and what I did is I just cut straight up the end, the soft part, and then just pull out the meat. Voila, beautiful lobster. All right, we're gonna chop this up real fine. This recipe actually calls for shrimp, but because it's Thanksgiving, we're going to go ultra fancy and do lobster. Yum! I'm so excited about this. Alright, so in my rock crock over here, I have the Dutch oven size. I have 2 tablespoons of butter. I have some salt and pepper. We're going to add some sherry here in a minute. And we're going to want to get our lobster and stuff moving so that we don't have a dry bottom in our rock crock. Alright, so I'm just kind of cubing it up. I want them basically all the same size so that it cooks evenly. And I don't want them all connected because that would not make for a lovely bite. We all want lots of lobster, but you don't want a huge lobster chunk to bite into. Alright. String of lobster. Yeah, I'm so excited. So I looked all over and they had lobster on sale. I just bought some frozen lobster tails. Whee! Some frozen lobster tails just at my local grocery store. This is my flexible cutting mat. That's why I love that guy. Throw that in there real quick. Wash my hands up. Get the lobster juice off my hands. We're just going to let this go for about 2 minutes until the lobster turns pink. You would do the same thing with shrimp. Buy frozen shrimp, fresh shrimp, boiled shrimp, whatever shrimp you don't want to cook. Whatever shrimp, and you just cook it until it turns pink. So it's similar with the lobster. You don't want it that opaque color. You want it to be white and red. So you can kind of tell when it's done. You don't want it overcooked because then it'll be real gummy later on. So we're just going to let this cook up. We want 2 tablespoons of cooking sherry. If you have regular sherry, that works too. But don't put your friend's sherry in there because that'd be weird. So, I'm working on my comedy, man.
Really?
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God.
That's why y'all love me. I have to try it out, so I'm making risks. Alright, so 1, 2. 1, 2. You don't want to drink this because it's a little salty, a little gross. Alright, so we're going to let that go for 2 minutes. 1, 2. Alright. I don't want that. I shredded up with our coarse shredder 6 ounces of sharp cheddar, white sharp cheddar, and 4 ounces of fontina cheese. The reason why I use this instead of... You want some cheese? Here. Have a little cheese. I don't use shredded cheese because it doesn't melt as well, and it's more expensive, and it has a whole bunch of additives to keep it from sticking to itself. And so when we're doing something that you want to melt nicely, you're going to have to add extra milk, extra cream, extra whatever if you want it to melt nicely. If you use pre-shredded cheese because of those properties. Alright, so we want this to go just a little bit longer. It's still opaque. And we want it to be more of a cream color and pink, bright pink. So I'm going to have to cut these up a little bit better. I didn't do so well. But now that it's cooked, it's going to be a little bit easier. Let me grab a plate real quick for our... Yeah, let's do a plate so I can cut it up. For that. Alright, after that's done, we have our oven preheated to 400. We're going to add flour and butter to our pan. You grab some flour real quick. Alright. And we're going to add some rigatoni to this, and you want it dry. We're going to add a cup. Alright, this is really good. So we're going to take out our lobster now. And it's okay if it's still a little translucent. It's going to finish cooking when we broil it and add it to the final mixture. Now the butter that we have in here and the sherry, it has a little bit of that lobster flavor, so the lobster notes will carry all through our dish, and so it's not this wonderful mac and cheese with this random bite of lobster in it. Alright, so in here we want to turn this off. in here we're going to add 1 cup of milk, whisking constantly. Butter, flour. So how much butter? We want 6 tablespoons. So we need 4 tablespoons of butter. Bam! 4 tablespoons butter. We want milk. We want 3.5 cups of milk. And in here, we're going to put how much milk? Let's see, 1 cup of milk. 1 cup milk. There we go. All right, let me see how much flour. I usually have a direction reader, but they are all entertaining each other, so we're going to let that happen. Flour. 4th cup of flour. One-4 cup of flour. We're going to whisk that in there in just a second. I don't see any of my whisks in here, so we'll have to figure that out. Tablespoon of Dijon mustard. We're just going to eyeball it. There we go. Let's see what else. A little bit of cayenne and a little bit more salt. Milk, mustard, cayenne, and salt. And we're good. Alright, let me add some cayenne real quick. And this is not going to make it spicy, it's just going to give it a little bit of a kick. And cayenne has capsaicin in it, so it really helps you digest. So since we're eating this for Thanksgiving, we need all the digestion help we can get. Whisk, whisk, whisk. Oh, we can use this bad boy. My nylon whisk. Whee! Excited to finally use a tool. Alright, so we're just going to whisk this up. And this is better for this pan so that I don't accidentally scratch it, since it does have a glaze on it. The glaze on the rock crock is what enables you to use it in the dishwasher, unlike our stoneware. It also helps with the cooking, and you can cook on the stovetop, in the microwave, in the oven, under the broiler, which we're going to do to finish this dish up, and on the grill. If you're cooking on the grill, do not use the glass lid on the grill, because it's not made for that type of heat. But you can use the glass lid in the other cooking styles. Alright, so this nylon whisk is awesome. It's breaking up all of our flour, so we're not going to have flour clumps in here, which is great. And it's getting up the little bits at the bottom from where we cooked our shrimp. This is awesome. So when you wash your rock crock, you can use soap on it, you can throw it in the dishwasher, but don't leave it submerged in water. The very bottom is not sealed, and so when you submerge it in water, the water will absorb in there. So you don't want to leave it submerged overnight. If you want to leave water in the top overnight, that's fine, but don't leave it submerged in a sink full of... Get out of here, weirdo. Alright. Now we're going to start... Get out. 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 I don't know who's... Why does the baby have a bag on her head?
It's my tape bag. Let me get you.
Alright, we're going to stir in 1 cup... Ow!
Are you okay?
Stir in pasta. And how much pasta do we need? That was weird. Sorry about this. We need 8 ounces of pasta, which is 2 cups. So we're going to use half of this bag. And actually, yeah. Actually, I should probably double this recipe.
What? I hear you, babies.
And so, while we're at it, let's go ahead and double this recipe. It's my butter.
Hey, you're going to hit the wall. Be careful.
And I've lost my butter. Well, we'll just leave it as is right now. Alright, so we have our rigatoni in there. We need a cup of the cheddar fontina. And we're going to bake covered for 30 to 35 minutes until... Easy, until the pasta is tender. Alright, so we want to stir the pasta into our mixture. Hi! Nothing better than a baby up the hind.
Grandma, over here.
Alright, and then a cup of our cheese.
Be careful, you're going to hit the wall.
Alright.
No, thank you. No,
We're just going to
thank
mix
you.
this up really, really well. We're going to throw it into a 400-degree oven. Let me tell you what else we're going to do, and then I will post pictures. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch us do the rest. All right, so we have a cup of pasta, a cup of the cheddar and fontina cheeses. We're going to bake covered for 30 to 35 minutes until the pasta is tender. So it is dry pasta that we have in here. We're going to gently stir it once halfway through baking. Then we're going to combine some breadcrumbs, parsley, and the remaining cheddar in a small bowl. And when we remove the pan from the oven, we're going to do the broiler, stir it in the lobster and the remaining sherry. We're going to top it with the breadcrumb mixture, and then we're going to put it about 2 to 4 inches from the heating element and let it broil for 2 to 3 minutes until the top is golden brown. So, and let it stand for 5 minutes. So when we broil it, we don't want the lid on. I'm going to post this online so you can see this recipe, and I'll post pictures. And happy Thanksgiving. We're getting ready to make some gluten-free pecan pies. I'll post the pictures of those and the recipe if it turns out well. Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Visit us online, www.facebook.com/thepamperedactors with an S. Hi. For all sorts of recipes.
Mom.
Recipes, deals, Black Friday.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Black Friday events, and come here, Easton, and everything else. What else? Visit us online if you want to make a purchase. www.pamperedchef.com/Fenter. And that's my page, and I think that's it. Thank you. Elizabeth.fenter@gmail.com, 817-917-1889. Text, call, whatever. And I can answer questions, tell you what's for dinner, and send you some pictures and a recipe. Thanks for joining us. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, Wolfie.